Hello traders, this is Debraj again. Today we are going to discuss on a simple topic, divergence. Divergence is a setup which you can easily spot in the market, right? Okay, but the point is you have seen some of the divergences work and some of them don't, right? So today's session is basically to put an extra filter to get those divergences which are having more than 85% accuracy. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting because we as a trader, when we start, divergence is the setup we try to master because that's the easiest setup to spot in the market. We know what is divergence when the price makes higher high, but your indicator, whatever it is, maybe RSI or MACD or any kind of TDI. So when you see that market is making equal highs or higher high, but your indicator is not making higher high, then we know there is divergence. Correct? And we love to trade divergence because that's the easiest setup to spot. And every week we get divergences. And the problem is when the week is over and when we start looking, that what happened in this week, then we see that these are the divergence worked properly. So if I would have taken this trade, maybe that was a good money. But the problem when you take them live, that time you get stopped out sometimes, and sometimes they work. So that's the topic I'm going to discuss today, how you can filter your divergence trades easily with the help of order flow, and your accuracy, your win rate will increase a huge. Okay, so let's discuss divergence trade. So here I have used, if you can see my screen, this is an Euro USD trade, and we have used a simple RSI 14, that's simple RSI. Okay, here what we are going to discuss today is, if you're seeing this Euro USD setup, the price was at a very good level. That was already a hidden supply, you can see, and it was already on a 4-hour supply also. But those price action I'm not going to discuss today. Our main focus would be divergence. Why? Because I'm going to start a series only on divergence. Every week I'll be posting only divergence setups with order flow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I'm going to repeat the same thing every week, because then your confidence will be boosted up. Okay, yeah, this guy is doing same thing every day, same setup, like a robot. Okay, so for today, in this week, I'll be discussing 3 or 4 setups which we took for divergence with order flow confirmation. So always remember, not only divergence we are trading, we're trading divergence with order flow footprint. Okay, so here Euro USD at a good place. This happened on 17th of February, I think Thursday, or 16th and 17th, Thursday. Here when the price came here, Euro USD 1 hour I'm looking at, and I saw that price is giving a divergence. Price make higher high or equal high, but the indicator RSI is not making higher high, it makes lower high. So there's a divergence. Before taking this trade, I don't want to jump into this trade blindly without help of order flow. Okay, so let's pull out the order flow chart. This is my 6E. You all know that we are looking into Euro futures data for order flow confirmation. So that's the Euro USD at the right hand side, 6E, and this is our Forex Euro USD. So if I wanted to trade Euro USD from here on the divergence, what I'm going to look is, let me just explain a little bit. What I'm going to do is, say this is your divergence. Okay, say this is the divergence setup we are looking here. Okay, here is the divergence on this leg, second leg. So what I am trying to see in order flow, at this second leg of the divergence, I'll start looking for order flow confluences, whether there are traps, buyers are getting trapped and sellers are joining, how the delta. So I'm just trying to search one extra confluence from order flow footprint, which will tell me that okay, this divergence will work. Okay, now pay attention. That was the setup we saw. Euro USD price is making higher high, indicator is making lower high, so that means there's divergence. And when I saw the Euro USD 1 hour chart 6E, then you see this is the place when the price came here giving divergence. The same time I'm looking into these area, what is happening here? This is the same candle, same setup. Okay, just pay attention. What I'm going to look is, before sell, I want to see lots of buyers should be trapped. Means at your point of interest, say divergence is your point of interest, and at your point of interest you want to see the buyers are getting trapped. They tried to push the market up but they could not. Then you want to sell, and then your divergence sell setup is good, because we are already trading divergence, but not only divergence, we are also looking at the same point if really there is any order flow confluence. If I make it bigger, that's the area. Now I'll show you what we got there. Okay, you see here now, that's the candle, bearish candle. You see here these blue numbers, you see this blue blue A's, we get blue A's here. The software prints for you this blue A's. You see here these blue numbers, 205, 84, 41. These are all buyers. That means buyers 205, 84, 41, almost 350 contracts, almost 350 buy contracts. These 350 lots buyers tried to push, and they tried to push the market up, but the candle closed bearish. So that means these buyers are all trapped up above. They tried to push the market up but they could not, so these buyers are stopped out, and then you got a bearish candle. So this is one of the order flow confluence we look every time when you look for order flow. We want to see buyer's trap when you want to sell, and we want to see seller's trap when you want to buy. So this is the buyer's trap we are seeing here, and that's a sell setup for EU divergence sell. At the same time, if you look below here on the delta, see this big candle, delta was positive, max delta was 437, but in this candle, check how the 437 becomes only 130. So the buying volume is getting decreased, and when the candle closed, it closed bearish. The main delta is 41, minus 41. So that's the enough confluence for us to tell, yes, this divergence is for trading. This divergence we should trade, and that's the setup on that day. Let's go to GBPUSD. That's the setup. Again, GBPUSD, this divergence we played on Friday on our group. We have a group and we have a community where we give live setups, and we also educate people in order flow, because as a niche skill, very few people are doing this. But let's talk those things later. Let's see in this chart, we have these divergences. The price makes lower, low, but this makes higher, high. I mean higher, low. This is divergence, this is a divergence, this is a divergence. But let's look what was there in this divergence. First look at this here, 6B, GBPUSD. Day was 15th of February. Let's go in GBPUSD. GBPUSD was 6B. Okay, so we are looking at this setup first. If I open 6B, and if we go to that date was 15th of February, I think. Let's go there. This is 16th of February, no problem. Let's go to 15th. What was there? 15th of February. 15th of February. This is 14th, I think. Yeah, 15th of February. This one. Yeah, see this candle. So that was 15th of February, and pay attention because this is going to be very, very interesting when you see these kind of setups, these are really winners always. See here, that is the candle, right? That is the candle. You're seeing your divergences here, and that is the candle. Now just try to read the story. Big bearish candle, okay, and then a bullish candle. But look at into this bullish candle, we have also a volume divergence. This software prints volume divergence is also there, and we are seeing lot of buyers are joining. These blue numbers, lot of buyers are joining here, and this thing is happening at your divergence area. But the noticeable thing is what they cannot hide from us. So that's why this software is very powerful. They cannot hide from us. If you compare last 15-20 candles, see, compare last 50-20 candles, you will never see this big delta, positive delta. Just look here. When you see this big positive delta, 1685, the main delta, and max delta is 1763, and see the sellers, there is no sellers compared to -5. So if you compare max delta, min delta, and delta, sellers are huge. Sellers are just almost zero. Sellers are almost zero, right? So you see here, sellers are almost zero, and buyers are huge here. If you compare last those candles, so that's the order flow confirmation. Easy confirmation you can take at your divergence area, right? This setup we already played in the group, and this is still running, at least 1:4. It already paid us. So that's, see, again you same thing, divergence, but we are not going to trade divergence blindly. We will take order flow confirmation on divergence. If I open the divergence on that day, 6B, just Friday, I think, yesterday. See the same thing. We look for same things. You see the delta. See this is the EOSL candle when this divergence was happening. This divergence was happening here. Now look here. We have a big stopping volume. So these all 479 retail volumes trapped. They are trapped here by big banks. Okay, and then you seeing these buyers are trapped here again. See here, buyers trapped, these buyers are trapped. Almost 300 and above contracts are trapped here, those buyings. And look again in the delta. See how the delta minus negative delta is increasing from -20 to -495, and positive delta is decreasing from 564 to 276. So that means sellers are becoming strong here, right? And that's what we want here, because we are having a divergent sell setup, and we want to see, yes, sellers must be winning, and that's what we can read from the order flow, that sellers are winning. We can trade this, and we traded that also in our group. We have a community where we post our live setups. This is our group. Here we post those live setups and these order flow confirmations. And if you see this GBP/USD already 6B, good stopping volume, I have already put there, and we saw the result already. We were selling 6B. USD CAD, we are going up. These are all order flow setups. So 6B, yeah, I want to show you what happened on the 6B on that day. That is the 6B GU result. The same setup, divergence, but we are trading divergence with order flow confirmation. And these divergences with order flow works in any time frame. So that's why I wanted to show you also in the gold. You can clearly see there is a divergence W, and this is equal low, and this is making a higher low, right? But I will not be taking this divergence without order flow confirmation. Now let's see what was there in order flow. So there is an order flow chart for also gold. This is GC. and we are right there actually. So this is the first leg, and this is the second leg of divergence. That's the divergence. Notice here these buyers are jumping, buyers are joining in this candle, which you cannot see without order flow. But the beautiful part is here. Look here. In this candle, remember min delta is for the sellers, max delta is for buyers, and the delta, this delta is deciding that who is winning the game, who is winning in this candle, right? In this candle, you see the divergence candle, main the second leg divergence, what we are seeing here, min delta was 0 here. That means there is no sellers, and buyers are strong, and the thing is also closed with a positive delta. The main delta is also positive, and that's happening at your divergence level. So that's the finest and the best confluence you can take when you are trading divergence. And see, price moved, and this setup I have already posted in our group. If I just show you the same thing, people are learning there. So if you are BTMM trader or whatever divergence you're using, it doesn't matter. It can be RSI, TDI, stochastic, whatever. But this order flow confirmation, see what I told here, min delta is 0. That means no sellers. So see, just think you are going to buy, and at that point of time, if something can confirm you that there is no sellers, then your buy would be more valid, right? So every day these things are happening in the market, every day. But with order flow footprint, you can easily catch these divergences, and you can catch those divergences only they're working in the market, not every divergence. So there will be many divergences in the market, but you need to know which one you should catch, and that is only possible. The best catch of divergence, you can catch the best divergence traders with the order flow confirmation. So I think, yeah, that's it for the day. And we have a group, yes, we have an academy, you know, all know that I have shown you things. So if you want to join us, please just visit the link, yeah, in the description of this video. And yeah, I would definitely welcome you in the group, because we are trading something which still very rare people are doing, and this is really increasing our win rate, because a simple divergence setup also can make you more money and can give you good setup if you are combining it with order flow footprint. Yeah guys, if you think you got some value, please like and subscribe. Till then, bye bye, take care.